All right. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, once we get our stuff, I'll move this bowl out the way.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's happening? It's been a minute since we've gone live.
Good morning or good afternoon,
Yes.
good evening, wherever you are.
All right, so you're here with your favorite Keto homegirls. I'm Joy.
And I'm Michelle.
And we've got some simple tips for you guys on how to get more fat in your diet. I think that's like the number one question we're asked is how do you get more fat in? So this morning we're going to speak on it. Actually, this afternoon we're having our first meal now. It's about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so what are we eating today, Chef?
Yeah. So we've got some bacon, sugar-free bacon. Let me show you. Okay, some sugar-free bacon, pork, of course, and then we've got some eggs fried sunny side up. I don't know if you can see that too good. Yeah. Okay, so we're having 2 eggs each and a couple of slices of bacon, plus sauteed some veggies.
Trying to set this computer up so we can hear you. But I'm very proud that
is
we have
anybody
an ad.
on?
There was one person. Oh wait, maybe that was me.
We need to wait.
Oh, well, somebody gave us a like, so someone's watching. 2 likes. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're having fried eggs, bacon, and what else?
And some sauteed veggies that we sauteed in the bacon grease. So we've got some onions, red bell peppers, and yellow squash. Yummy! And it's seasoned down with some garlic and onion powder and salt.
Yeah.
And then also, just because we have it, we're going to utilize this olive tapenade. Okay? And so that's got some diced red peppers and lots of olives and yumminess. And we're going to use that up too. Fat.
Extra fatty. Okay. So, Chef, did you tell them how you cooked our veggies this morning?
I cooked it in the bacon grease. That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah. I cooked it in the bacon. First we cooked the bacon, then we cooked the vegetables in the bacon grease.
Yes.
And it's delicious.
Yes. Because I was thinking, okay, like I had bought good bacon from the butcher, sugar-free and really good. And I just didn't want to waste that fat, by just throwing it away. I mean, what's the point of that? That's the whole point.
And we're trying to eat more fat.
Right, is getting the fat in. So that's one great tip. The first tip we have for you is when you render bacon, for those of you that eat bacon, keep that fat and use it. Now, if you wanted to store it in the refrigerator, we'd always suggest that you strain it out and get as much of the protein, the meat, out of it.
Yeah.
And so just keep the fat.
Spoil as fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and you can see how, greasy, I don't know if you guys can really see
and
all that.
The water,
fat.
too,
And
from
it's
the
water
vegetables.
in there, too, but there's, fat up in here.
Yeah. Bacon
and that's what we're after. Is de-fat.
More fat. Okay, pile your plate up.
Oh yeah, you ready? You ready?
Go ahead and get started. Because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm excited about these vegetables because I do like veggies and I love cooked vegetables.
Now, are these vegetables or are these fruit?
Okay, whatever. Fruit.
Because that's
traditional. I'm just saying because my mind still's on that traditional.
Right. Hey, Myrna. What's happening? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
She says, I'm starting to use lard to make all her food taste good. And we got some lard too, sis.
Yes.
That's tip number 2, I guess, is you can utilize lard. Lard. You want to cook in fat.
Lard is always going to be special in my heart.
Yes.
Even though, I didn't, we didn't grow up cooking with it.
No.
But I just remember our next door neighbor when she made those frijoles.
Yes.
The refried beans, and she used lard. I mean, I could just eat that every day, all day.
One of my favorite memories is waking up in the morning and smelling her cooking from next door. And I remember smelling that goodness in the air, and we would just float on over.
Yeah. Yeah, they loved us like that.
Yeah, we grew up in Southern California, which means that we grew up with lots of Hispanic folks. which I love that we lived in a diverse neighborhood and community, and so we got to taste the flavors of people from different places. And so yeah, that's one of my favorite memories, smelling fresh beans, fresh frijoles, fresh tortillas. Like, oh,
we tore
so
man, I tore
awesome.
some tortillas and beans. So good.
What's up, sis? That's up, Davis. What's going on?
Hey.
So glad you could join us this morning. How you been? Happy New Year. So yeah, this year I feel like all of us are just gonna really grow, and 2020 to me is gonna be the year of greatness for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm believing it.
I'm claiming it.
Okay, so with these sunny side eggs,
right?
So Joy learned that you want to really cook the white, but not the yolk.
Yeah.
You want to save the nutrition as much as possible, because cooking food, you kind of cook some of the vitamins out. And the nutrients out. So we try to keep the yellow soft. Right. Okay.
But fry the bottom, and I don't like it that way.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
Although
this is a little extra fried. This is more fried than I'm used to.
Yeah.
The white.
Yeah, chef has been taught.
Classically trained. You don't brown your eggs.
Right,
you don't do that. Right. So I revert to that, and then I'm like, Joy, what are you doing? You're cooking that in the browning. But
see, that's what I learned, because like I said, like to you earlier, is when you were taught, is it coming from a nutrition perspective or is it coming from a taste perspective? And I want to go by
shishi-foodness.
Right, and I want to go by nutrients, and so that's what I've learned so far, and it kind of makes sense to me, because when you hear in the net or out and about when you're doing your research that the white of the yolk or the white of the egg is there to protect the yolk. And so it can be an irritant for people. Yeah, so we want to...
There's always a purpose for everything, right?
Right, it is.
Always a purpose. So I just dollop some more butter on my vegetables. Well, I only use 1 tablespoon to cook the eggs.
Step 3, butter.
So we're trying to use... Yeah. Butter. Butter is fat. It's delicious. It's natural. It's from the cow.
Thank you, Chris.
What Chris say?
Chris said we beautiful. You are too, baby. Thank you.
Man, I'm trying to keep this skin creamy and smooth. Yes. I'm just trying to look. I'm trying to fool people out here.
Our beauty includes our personalities, our character, our heart. Because I think at the end of the day, that's truly what makes a person shine. Is the character, the heart that they share. And I feel like that is our purpose in the community, is to share love and encouragement. And
I don't like all this fighting and stuff.
No, I don't like it. We need more lovers in the world. So thank you, Chris, for being a lover. All right, the food looks good. Thanks. We try.
Yeah.
Well, I'm spoiled that I live with a trained chef. Real spoiled. When people ask me if I'm gonna get remarried, no.
Okay. She got what she need right here.
I stay with the one I love. So it's all good. Cool, good attitude. Yes. Great attitudes. That's what we need. And like I said earlier, I'm encouraged for 2020. I feel like this is the year of health and success and love. I want it to be the sexiest year ever. If I can keep it all the way gangster with you. And we've got so many things planned for this year, lots of travel and fun and activities, and we're not dieting either.
No.
We're just eating the foods.
Real food.
That make us feel great. And I have to say that I'm feeling better and better every day. Every day that I leave the sugar alone and just keep to this fat, I just feel great. There goes my baby. Hey, Nikki. How you doing? Nikki Nicole Smith, that is my best friend. The bestest friend I've ever had. We've been having a love affair for about 30 years now. And, so it makes me so excited to see you supporting. You know what I'm saying? Because the more support we get, the more time we'll have to live our lives together. Because that's one of my life partners right now. Okay, so we have so far had 3 fat tips.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. The first one was bacon fat.
Bacon fat.
The second one was lard.
Lard.
You can cook with lard. And the third is my favorite,
Butter.
Butter on everything.
Yes.
Okay, so another great way to get fat in is with your oils. Now I've got some sesame oil here. I've got some pecan oil, if you fancy. Which honestly, I don't think I've ever really tasted that.
I had it. I
you
drizzled
need to.
it over something it was,
Okay.
and it was good. It had that little nutty flavor, you know.
Yeah, to me, these type oils, your seed oils, are really for dressings and drizzling over. From what I understand, they don't have a high smoke point, so you don't really want to heat those too much.
Right.
And they're just, like I said, for dressings and, you know, for getting that fat in. You know, you can always, let's say if your plate is not fatty as you want it to be, then that's a great way to just add some oil to it. Drizzle oil on top.
Now, have you read anything negative about sesame oils? Because I hear, you know, oils in general are not the thing to do.
Yes,
you know, they can be
I've heard that they can be rancid.
Yeah.
And that they're higher in irritants. But again, I think we each have to do our own research on ourselves. And the thing is, you try it, and then you see, does your body respond to it, negative or positively about that? Because I can tell you all day long how it affects me, but what affects me may not affect you. So, you know, and I really feel like, you know, unless you have a severe allergy to something, giving something a try for a day or 2 or 3, probably not going to kill you. It's probably not.
Man.
The other thing I've been thinking about too, as far as with trying different diet protocols or different foods, like for myself, I wasn't afraid to smoke a cigarette. So why would I be afraid to eat
drink alcohol?
I drink alcohol.
Eat copious amounts of sugar.
Yes.
All kind of Debbie snacks and you know what I'm saying?
Man, speaking of Debbie snacks, I just remember even when I was married, not that my ex-husband would trip because he wasn't tripping on me, but how I would like buy something, eat the whole thing, and then I would keep the box on the shelf because I didn't want him to know that I had eaten the whole thing in one day. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't eat sweets, so I knew he wasn't going to touch it, but I just didn't want him to know like that I was like that much of a fatty. So, but anywho, back to the fat. So I've also got some coconut oil here that I picked up at Kroger. Now I went with the cheap because, you know, your girl money funny right now. So, but I know some people are really stressed about getting organic everything and kissed by the gods. But at this point, like I said, going back to what I said earlier, I had to smoke and drink and all that. So the fact that I'm not doing that, I feel gives me a little leeway while I'm not tripping too hard off of everything being organic. And,
I would hate for anybody to not try and eat healthier due to money. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I can't, because I hear that all the time. I can't afford to eat healthy. Well, you can, but you have to not do both. You can't do the unhealthy crap and the healthy. And, you know, it balances out.
But I find also, too, that most folks are coming from a place of, and I don't mean this negatively, but of ignorance. They just don't know. They haven't tried a different protocol or a different way of eating.
Right.
So that's like fear is being leading them.
Just don't know.
And I think too, again, going back to everything being organic and all that I think for a lot of people turns them off too, because automatically when you hear organic you think expensive.
Yep. Yeah.
And so, you know, there are some out there that will discourage people from eating the Kroger brand or getting, you know, or shopping at the regular grocery store. But you know, sometimes we just have to start where we're at. And it's okay to get the grocery store brand.
That's right.
At least in our world, it's okay.
Look, it ain't killed me yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get the cheapest ground beef.
If that's what you can afford and that's what's available to you. Yes.
You know?
Because I know for myself, eating chips and crackers and cooking and stuff, that makes my body sick.
Absolutely.
And even though, yes, it's cheap and yes, it's available, I have to pick my health, you know, and so, go ahead there. Okay. And so, you know, and honestly, if I'm at that point, which I am, where, you know, of just getting the store brand, then that's what we got to do. And I can speak for my own self that I feel better. So I'm going to keep on going.
Yeah, stop being a national brand snob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Because believe it or not, the same manufacturers are making the same products for all of
Absolutely.
these companies, just slapping a different label on it.
That's right.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So another source of fat.
Cheese.
Most of us love cheese. I know I love cheese.
She really loves cheese.
Yes. To the
I
point
love
where
cheese.
I was.
She really loves cheese.
I love dairy everything. To the point of where when I was eating a plant-based diet, I would cheat with cheese. But that was towards the end of my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I think honestly, my body was crying out for protein and fat.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just got to the point where I just couldn't not eat it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So cheese is a great source. Like this is Kerrygold cheese, which I splurged and got us the good stuff.
It was on sale and it had a coupon.
But this, per serving has 10 grams of fat.
Bam!
Yes, which is about a fourth cup.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of cheese, a fourth cup. I mean,
Uh-huh.
really. And I know I love to make cheese sauces to go with things. Like the other day I had these ghost pepper sausage links that I baked off in the oven. And then to add the fat, I just made me a really creamy, delicious cheese sauce. I just took a little cheese, I added heavy cream, I added butter to it.
Look, she sent me a picture of that, and I was at work. I had to hurry up. I'm coming to work.
Yes, fatty deliciousness. So that's a great source. Another great source of fat is coconut butter, or cocoa butter. Which coconut butter is a thing too. I got some I can show you too actually. But cocoa butter. Now this tastes like chocolate. It's chocolate without all.
It smells just like your cocoa butter lotion.
Yes.
That's what
And
it
you
smells
could
like.
make your own lotion.
You make your lotion.
Which
It
I
sucks.
like that too, as far as things that I put on my body. I'm kind of feeling like if you can't put it in you shouldn't put it on you. So
that's probably good rule of thumb.
yeah, so we got some cocoa butter, which this is 14 grams of fat per serving. Which it was about a tablespoon, which I think is about 5 to 6 of these chips. And I know I like to really add this to hot drinks too.
I've been doing that last couple of days in my tea. What I'll do is, melt those down and put my cream in it, and then I use my blender at work, the stick blender, because I like it a little more emulsified, a little more, together. And creamy,
on top like a latte.
Yeah, and it doesn't separate when you blend it up, and it's nice and frothy, and it just makes me feel special.
You are.
Thank you.
Queen.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's excellent.
Now what we got here? Olives. Olives to me are little fat bombs. Okay, let me show you here now. A serving is 2 olives, which is only 15 calories, but it's got 1.5 grams of fat in those 2. And down here it says 0 carb. Now these are garlic stuffed olives, but of course plain olives will have less calories and I think a little bit higher fat. Depending on what kind of olives you get, of course.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of carbation in the garlic.
And that's the other thing, guys. With these food labels, you kind of have to
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. But understand that there's a little trickery going on with these numbers and the portion sizes. So, but then again, if you're keeping your carbs really low, staying off of processed food, I think that it's just an easier go of it.
I think your body will forgive you
keep
for
your
it.
macros in check.
Yeah.
We're just staying away from things that are in packages.
Pretty much.
But yeah, olives are a great source of fat. Like I said, I consider these fat bombs. If I was going to have a fat bomb, it would be olives.
And you need, to boost your electrolytes or, salt. It's got a lot of salt.
Yes.
Which is really good when you're feeling kind of low, you're dragging. Maybe your electrolytes are low. Pop a olive.
Pop a olive.
Not a Tylenol. Pop a olive.
Yes. And I've heard a lot of times when people have a headache, that's really what it is, electrolyte balance. It's not the Tylenol that makes you feel better, it's the water. Especially I know for people around me, a lot of times I'll advise them, hey, I'll give them some salt and put it in their water and drink it down. And they'll come back and say that they feel better. It's like their body needed. And, we've been discouraged from eating salt. That's something that I know that every time I talk to someone, they're constantly talking to me about how we're not supposed to eat salt.
Right.
Salt is bad.
Blood
But I'm
pressure, high
like,
blood
what
pressure.
is this earth made of?
Hello. It's everywhere.
What does the ocean taste like? I mean,
we must need it.
some of the most nutritious things we can eat come out of the ocean, which is full of salt. So, but again, I think that we've got to get back to nature and all that. But we're going to go into that later. Okay, so we're going to go on to another source of fat, which is cream cheese. This definitely is something fatty that you can have in your. Now, some people don't eat dairy. Again, you got to go by how your body feels and how your body reacts. Let's see. This has 9 grams of fat per serving, which is 2 tablespoons. So that's a good source of fat right there.
And it's just so delicious. Like, and I can get Serene, my baby girl, to eat vegetables more with some cream cheese added to it. So she loves putting cream cheese. Like, I got her on the cream cheese and celery and a little hot sauce.
She'll do cucumbers. She'll do bell peppers. She'll do celery.
That girl yesterday, she ate 2 whole English cucumbers. Okay, she made a butter sauce. She dipped her sliced cucumbers into the butter, and she seasoned it down. She learned well. We taught her well. And then she was like, "Well, I had to eat the 2 cucumbers because I didn't want to waste the butter." I said, "Girl, that's what I'm talking about."
That's right.
You know what's up. Don't waste the fat.
All right, yeah. So we definitely are a butter household.
Yeah.
It makes me proud that the better we feel, the better we treat ourselves, the better our children feel, the better they treat themselves. Because they're a reflection of us. And so we got to get it together.
And that leads to better mental health, happiness. I mean, it's all connected, you guys. Your brain is not separate from the body.
It's not.
Not
I've
at
even
all.
heard recently, which I believe to be true, is that our digestion and our brain are connected. Like, how you have, like, if you're really nervous, you'll get butterflies in your stomach.
Yes.
Your intestines, your digestion is reacting, that immune system.
Yes.
Because I know I could have not eaten anything or be feeling really great, but then I get to feeling nervous or scared, and then all of a sudden my stomach hurts, and I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm just,
we don't think about that. I never thought about
we
that
don't make the
mind-body connection.
We're not taught.
No, we're not
that
at all.
Everything is connected. I even think about, like, the medical community, how we have specialists for this and a specialist for that, and things are separate, but it's like, it's all connected. How can you tell me about this without mentioning that? But
that's right.
that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
So
the revolution is here. So,
it's coming, but I think it's going to not be televised.
Yeah.
And it's going to take all of us to get out there and learn ourselves and then share. Not force ourselves on people, but just share.
Just share. You know what I'm saying? Here's my testimony. Absolutely. Whew.
That's good.
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah.
Fat. That's the thing. Like, I feel full a lot quicker than I would eating a bowl of cereal. I could eat a whole box of cereal, with milk, but...
And be mad that we only had 1 box.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, yeah, this is definitely satisfying. I know when I feel the meat and the fat in my stomach,
yeah,
it's satiating.
It's so filling.
And I think even deeper than that, it is giving our bodies nutrients. Like, my body is not pushing me to give it but B12 vitamins or iron or these things, which I do want to swallow down a little beef liver today too. And my mind is quiet. Like, I can really think, and I think it's because my body's getting what it needs, nutrients, what it's always been searching for.
Yeah.
Since I was born.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? They needed to televise this and teach this. I think we really... Well, that's what
we're doing it.
I
was going to say.
Nikki says, you guys are amazing. Of course, I support my sisters. You're making me hungry. That's our job, baby. Enjoy learning from you guys.
Hungry for health. I want everybody to be hungry for health. I feel hungry for health right now.
Especially you, sis. Because I love you. Yes, and like we said earlier, my sis, she got 4 beautiful babies.
Yeah.
And, the healthier and stronger she is, the healthier and stronger they'll be.
It just passes down.
My babies.
Whatever you do, they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. So yeah, guys, we just wanted to share with you some of our easy tips on how to get fat in. I'm just gonna go over them again for those that are just getting in the chat. We've got olives, which I call AKA fat bombs. We've got coconut oil. We've got
different oils, pecan oil.
They make walnut oil. They make all kinds
different
of
nut oil,
seed
seed oil, sesame, whatever you like. Whatever you like.
You got your cheese. That always goes good on everything. I know some people don't eat dairy, but for those of us that do, we got our cheeses. Right. I want to get into more raw cheese and raw dairy. Like I've found that there's a farm not too far from us that I want to go and explore and see. It's like a goat farm, so we'll see if they have some goat cheeses and if they've got some raw dairy. I definitely want to get into that.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, and of course we'll bring you guys along with that. My favorite source of fat, which is butter. Butter on everything.
Yeah, I try to go for the better brands now, especially when they're on sale.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yes please, Kerrygold. This is President. There's all kind of really great butters out there. Yeah. So certain things, it does matter. I think what you buy. Yes. You know, it's just gonna be a better quality.
Right. And I also think we can use these better quality things to supplement our diet. Like maybe you can't buy the grass-fed, grass-finished ribeye, but you can get some Kerrygold butter and add that to your store-bought ribeye or ground beef.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop buying all the vitamins. This is your vitamin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all these things are, you know, your vitamins. So invest in that.
Yes. And here's the thing with, like, me, okay? In my digestion, whenever I take vitamins, I just basically create expensive urine. Because, like, every time I take a vitamin, my urine is, like, neon green.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel different. And they also hurt my stomach. Like, I cannot take a pill on an empty stomach.
You got a sensitive belly.
I do, which takes me back to birth. and when I was fed as a baby, which I was bottle fed. So I truly, I know that I didn't get all that I needed so that my body could really form correctly and process life fully. But that's okay, because now I know.
I feel guilty about that as far as my children.
Don't feel guilty. You didn't know.
I did not know.
We're not taught the proper nutrition. So I don't blame Mom. She did the best she could.
Yeah.
She did. I don't blame her mother or her mother or her mother because we were not taught properly.
That's right.
So it's all good though. But now that we know, we can teach and we can share. And it's all good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely breast milk, guys.
Going back to them vitamins, I would rather just eat than take a pill.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I am, because, you know, of course I have a bunch of, you know, vitamins, expensive vitamins that I'm going to finish. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like I'm just urinating them out. And I really try hard not to take them on an empty stomach because I'll feel yucky too. One time, oh my God, years ago, I took some just vitamin C because, you know, vitamin C is good for you, right? You know, so I took that before work on an empty stomach. Ooh, I felt nasty. I wanted to throw up. Oh, my stomach was hurting so bad. And now I realize, like, that's another thing, that you don't compartmentalize, or your vitamins. Like, everything in nature works together.
That's right.
So, that's how it should be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that this breaking nutrients apart came with the revolution of bread. And when they started bleaching bread and making it tastier. Right. And it's more about appearance, but it's like the kind of like the tastier something is, the less like nutritious it is. And then from what I understand, when they took the nutrition out, they started labeling the bread with high in B this, or high in that. They had to add it back. Right. And so then that became a market. You could sell marketing individually because people think, oh, I'm deficient in this, which a lot of us are, deficient in something, and so you just can buy now that thing, But in reality, we need it all. Just like our body is a whole, nutrition is a whole.
It's a whole unit.
We can't do it individually. We need it all. Just like we need each other. I've been really thinking a lot lately on this whole like independent woman thing. Like, yes, I'm strong, and yes, I can be alone, but I won't be successful on my own like that. Like, we need each
We
other.
need each other.
You know,
You know,
we do.
You can't build anything great
No.
without others
No.
to help, along the way.
Right.
That's just
And
what
what
it
is life without love?
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't, and I don't necessarily mean love from
A
someone
romantic
you're sleeping
love.
with,
Yeah.
right? Because it's all different facets of love, like the
Mhm.
love for people, the love for neighbor, the love for coworker, the love for children,
Mhm.
the love for self. Like, all these things mean something, and they're all important.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean, like, every time I drive through our neighborhood, like, I'm proud because it's a beautiful neighborhood and it's peaceful. I feel like we need to protect that.
Yes.
And it does pay. I know we don't know. Well, I don't know these neighbors too much, but it's nice though when a neighbor says, "Hey, how you
Yes.
doing?"
Yes.
And we have a little conversation, and it's that familiarity that feels good.
Yes.
Like we're united in some way.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah, I think about that. I was talking to someone the other day, and she had said that she was lonely, and so I advised her to go outside, go for a walk, because I know when I've gone outside and gone for a walk, like you said, I talk to my neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel love from them.
And I get
I'm
filled in
encouraged.
on stuff and what's
Girl,
going
yes.
on in the neighborhood. Because I'm like, what? I
Yeah.
didn't know that because,
Yeah.
I'm not really watching the news too much.
Right.
As far as local happenings and you find out some things.
Mhm.
And then it's really, and I love people's stories.
Yes.
I love hearing what somebody went through in their life and, because it's always so different from mine.
Oh, yes.
So interesting.
Oh, good. Okay, so Honest AF, what's up, beautiful?
Hi.
How you doing? Girl, you be making me laugh when I see some of your comments on other people, but that's going to be between me and you. But anyway, she says, whatever butters your bread. Whoops, no bread. That's right. We don't do no bread over here.
Right.
But listen, if you can eat it and you feel great, then eat it. Because I'm not against bread. I'm not going to be
Some people do not do pork.
Right.
And they refuse, and that's your thing. That's fine.
Thing.
You know what
when
I'm saying?
somebody tells me they don't eat pork, I say, good, more for me.
Okay.
Because I love it and I'm going to eat it. She says that she makes her own sourdough bread. Ooh. With, what is that? Is it?
Man, don't get me started on some homemade bread.
And
Good
she ferments
God.
her own starter. That is awesome.
I learned that in school. And it's an amazing process. Like, at first I was like, oh God, this is just laborious. This is so much to it. But the finished product, it's just heaven. Homemade bread. I didn't know until I went to school and it ain't got nothing on any of these breads in the store.
No, it don't.
No, homemade.
I remember you had brought home these little tea cakes you had made.
Oh, the petit fours.
Yes,
the petit fours. Ooh,
I took a bite of. Now that's when I was in my diabetical days. I took a bite of it. I couldn't say. I said, Michelle, put the cake in my mouth. Help me. But it was so good. Ooh, it was so good.
That's the kind of crack we like.
That's what I like. I like my legs to go numb.
Okay.
That's what kind of sugar addict I am. But we must repent of our ways.
we have,
which is why I have to be decadent with this fat.
Right.
And it makes me so happy. Like yesterday morning, I made some eggs and I glazed them things down.
You
okay,
did.
Glazed them.
It was dripping in
but
butter.
it was so good. And so satisfying, and it held me for 8 hours. I had eggs with sardines and a little olive tapenade. And I think with those 3 eggs, I used 3 tablespoons of butter. And then I had a cup of tea with coconut cream, which is another great source of fat.
Oh, yeah.
Coconut cream.
Yeah.
And some heavy cream. And I felt great. I mean, I was dancing at work yesterday because I felt good.
Yeah.
And then I got to work with a new coworker, which she was super cute and awesome and funny, and we were able to relate to each other on a whole other level with another person. She's the first person I've met. She's, like us, a white African, okay, a white lion,
okay.
And it was just so exciting. This is funny, but I felt kind of good because I was the dark-skinned one for once. Because she's got ivory skin, but she's so gorgeous and beautiful. And we just had a really great time all day long, just talking and I was glad that the love I gave her, she gave it right on back to me. Mm-hmm. And so I had a really good day.
That's nice.
Yesterday,
That's a good feeling. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
love is grand. Yeah, so But anyways, guys, you guys got any questions for us? Anything about maybe like low carb or keto that you might have? We definitely want to come with some new content this year. I'm cooking up a bunch of ideas.
Yes.
I definitely want to present the info, but fun. And
yeah, because health doesn't have to be so serious and boring and like a chore.
And sciencey.
Yeah.
Because even I love learning about nutrition and all these things, but there are times when I find myself just not wanting to listen to it because it's just so drab. Like the information is great, but the way it's presented is just monotone talking, and we're gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you can see, I'm like this, and that's how I learn. I learn with visuals and sounds, and that helps me to really get it in my mind. And I know that there are others out there that want to know it, but just aren't able to make that connection with it. So that's my hope, that we can bring this information.
Keep it simple.
A simple,
digestible,
beautiful, fun way. That the average person can understand. Ooh, Nikki said, when is the cookbook coming? Listen, baby, it's coming soon. Your girl got to bust up.
We got so many things we want to do.
You know me now. I'm scatterbrained, and I'm the creative. I need the business to come with.
Yeah, we both got to, raise on
part of it too. Because my girl Nikki is an awesome photographer.
Oh man,
she creates beautiful art, and she's definitely one of our partners too. So she'll be helping with that. She's trying to get to this bag too. Okay. I know, sis. We coming with it. And soon, before the year ends, we will have a boot camp.
Yeah, I think it would just be a travesty if we didn't, because our food is just so good. I know y'all don't know.
Listen,
y'all don't taste it.
I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate. But I've tried some of these other top dogs recipes. Yeah. And they ain't it. I'm sorry, they ain't it. So I'm like, well, if you can have success and your stuff don't even taste good, imagine when we put it out there.
Boy, watch out.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's what holds me back, because I'm like, okay, Joy, you can't be a fatty about this. It has to be about nutrition, but I'm definitely trying to find that balance between yummy and healthy. Just, because I don't want to have others struggle or be talking about they're just binge eating. Because it's so good. Because it's true. When food tastes really, really good, your mouth want it. Your body might not, but that mouth be wanting it. So,
but I do have to say though, even though it tastes like this tasted really good. I'm satisfied. Like I can't do anymore. Yes, my mouth wouldn't mind tasting some more of that, but at the same time, my stomach is like, okay, it registers more that I'm full and satisfied eating these types of food.
Yes. Yeah, and for me, being a sugar addict, there's no limit. Like, I'll eat sugar to the point of being sick.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll lay down. I'll lay down for 10 minutes, and then after I feel a little bit better, then I'll shove some more in. Yeah. And I definitely don't do that with fat. I don't. And I think part of it too is because I'm not a salt lover. I'm not a savory person, so I don't want to go back for it. In fact, after a little while, I feel myself getting tired of saltiness. But I know, my conscious mind knows that I need to go the long haul. Because that's something that I haven't done in a long while, is to just stay in ketosis for a while and to leave sugar alone for more than a couple weeks. I need to, at this point, I know I need to go months without it. Absolutely. Not just to, get healthier, lose weight, but for my mind. To really take it in that we don't eat sugar anymore.
Exactly.
We don't eat processed food anymore.
That's right.
Like you said in the last video, if you got to tell yourself no all day long, I'm just going to have to sit in it. Just like with Serene. When I tell her no, I mean no. And she has to sit in it. So I got to have that with myself. It's no. We're not eating this processed food.
We're just so spoiled in this country. In this world.
Yes.
We're spoiled.
In this house, I'm spoiled.
Because
I live with the baby. I live with the young man. So, and some days you come home smelling like cookies. But I have to be in control of me, because I know my ultimate goal, which is to be healthy and to live a long, vibrant life. And I'm not going to do that if I'm shoving crap in my mouth. And when I am shoving crap in my mouth, I'm not in love with me. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
No. And so it's like, okay, you got to stay in that. Stay in the love for self.
That's right. That's right. Be conscious of it. Want it.
Yes. Ooh. She said, thank you. It would be because the food is amazing. You know, Nikki. You know.
She know what's up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got to start working on that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Soon as
I have an idea that I haven't seen anywhere else.
Don't tell it.
I'm not going to tell it. But we got to get the jump on it because, you know, there's a lot of great thinkers out there. And I'm sure someone else is cooking up that idea too. So we need to just get down on it. Mm-hmm. And I just want to bring something real beautiful to the table. Not just with recipes, but something that, like I said, is beautiful to look at. And just sharing this love.
Just a good book. Yeah.
A good book.
A good book that you want to read over and over again.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just, So anyway, so we're definitely going to bring that. I don't know about doing a Patreon page either. Like Michelle and I talked about that recently.
I'm more interested in doing, podcast.
Yes.
You know, at first. You know, we gotta build more. Right. I think before we get to Patreon.
Like, what do you think, guys? Do you think we should have a Patreon page or pursue more of a podcast? And, you know, putting that out there, just, you know, listening to our voices, which of course I would tape it too, and probably have a separate channel for just podcasts. But
but podcasts are huge. Like, it's crazy.
I love listening
everybody's got a dang podcast.
Yeah, I do. But I see in the low carb community that there is a need for different flavors.
Yeah,
you know, that kind of everyone's kind of on the same wavelengths. And I definitely want, like, just like with our channel, I want to bring some more comedy, some more spunk, some more brightness into it, and not be so science. Like, I know we're all looking for information, but we can, you know, make it fun. And I know for myself, I feel like I've learned a whole lot more from anecdotal stories, from listening to someone else tell their victory, their down and their up, and I can take from that and say, okay, well, I have that, or that happens to me. Well, let me see if I try what they tried and see if that works for me or not.
Yeah, you can understand it better. It just connects more.
Oh, my first coffee says, just got here. What did I miss? Well, love, you missed all our fat tips, which we can go over them again. We just gave some simple tips on how to get fat in your diet. Like, I know the number one question that I get is, how do I get more fat in? Especially for those of us that are trying to eat 80 to 90% fat.
I just feel like you basically got to eat the things that you've always been told not to eat.
That's right. Like, you know, butter is a great source of fat. 1 tablespoon is 14 grams of fat. We definitely love glazing everything in butter. I'd even say that we definitely eat a stick of butter a day.
Yum.
Definitely. Yeah. You've got your different seed and nut oils. We got like some pecan oil. Where'd you get this from? Kroger. And I know I've seen a lot of these more expensive seed and nut oils at like discount retail stores like Ross and TJ Maxx and Burlington. Those are great sources to get these oils.
I might have got that at Lucky's though, so you can definitely. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. I've got one of my favorite oils, which is sesame oil. I love Asian flavors, so this is a great source of oil. Now, again, depending on how you feel, I know some people say yes to the nut and seed oil, and some people say no. But again, you know, if you feel good eating it, then I say have at it. And I know whenever we use sesame oil, it's a very strong taste.
Yeah.
And a little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way.
And 1 tablespoon of that, again, is 14 grams also. We've got coconut oil, which is one of my favorite fat sources. It's 14 grams of fat as well per tablespoon. And I know I put a little bit more, put a little bit in my coffee, which I'm drinking now. I've got coffee and half and half in here. Getting fat is my problem. Hair loss. Oh no, I've lost so much. Oh no.
What?
Oh, you know I ain't trying to hear that because my hair is part of my identity. So I definitely am trying to protect my hair. From what I understand though, for most people, it's the shock of losing weight. It's the shock of reducing your calories. Maybe your body's readjusting to going from, I don't know what kind of diet you were eating before you started keto or you tried keto. But it could just be that change, and maybe your hair is just shedding because of it. And hopefully we will regrow back stronger and healthier. Another thing I've heard is protein. making sure you're getting enough protein or good sources of protein. Which I mean, I'm definitely an advocate for red meat. I think that's the number one thing when I talk to people, especially like my coworkers, because they remember my vegan days. And so they're always talking to me about cutting out red meat. And so then I let them know that no, I don't practice that anymore.
Right.
It wasn't a nutritious diet for me. I need more nutrient dense foods. And one of the best sources of nutrients for me and when I feel the best is when I eat red meat. Definitely cows, eating beef. I want to eat some goat. We like lamb. We had some lamb bacon the other day. It was so yummy. Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we just got to get nutrients. She says, she or he says, I love keto and I've lost 50 pounds. Wonderful.
Wow, that's
but
awesome.
My hair, and I eat protein, chicken, but I'm at a loss. Chicken.
Yeah, it's probably like one
chicken.
of the least.
I would think one of the least nutritious.
Meats.
Now, I always joke, but I honestly believe it to be true that the bone is the most nutritious part of the chicken. Because whenever we do eat chicken, I make sure to crack it open and I get at that marrow and I do chew down as much of the bone as I can. And I like to boil the bones down too. In fact, I want to get some chicken feet too and make some bone broth with that. Do you ever make bone broth? First coffee? Did you ever do that? Because I know we made some recently. I have some in my refrigerator, which that might help you. Getting in all that
collagen.
The collagen and the amino acids in that as well. I wonder what's your stress level going on? Because
that's what I was going to
talk about earlier.
Because I've had my hair to fall out because I was stressing and the texture changed and it smelled like perm.
Yes.
Because I was stressing hard and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that too. What's your stress level? She says that all I eat is chicken breast and hamburger meat. Well, I would get rid of that chicken breast personally. Yeah. Unless you're like slathering it down in butter and or coconut oil or bacon fat. I don't know if you eat pork, but getting it or get you some of that.
Some more fish.
Yes.
Some salmon.
Yeah, or some oysters. We got smoked oysters, sardines. I really like sardines.
Yeah, herring.
Herring, yes. Salmon. Let's see what else. A friend of mine, he's a fisherman actually, and which we're supposed to go fishing. He's going to teach me, and he already taught me how to gut a fish. And because I was thinking, and he and I were talking about that, like fish head soup, and using the bones from the fish and really drawing out those nutrients. And I think also too for Michelle, she's got nasal polyps and sinus issues. So I wonder if we're eating food that is from here that came out of this environment, maybe that will help you, your body to even just be able to take these irritants in the air and stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I definitely want to do that. But I hate to hear that your hair is falling out. I mean, I think if I was a superhero myself, the strength would come from my hair. So that's something that I definitely was like not trying to hear, especially when we went through all that fasting. That was my number one fear, was hair falling out. Unfortunately, it didn't. But I gotta confess though, I have a very low stress life. I'm the baby in every way. So let's see. They said I made it in a crock pot for 48 hours. Put some in the fridge and freezer, not to let it go to waste. I'm mad at myself when we waste bone broth too. Which we've done that before, which is why I know we can't be making huge pots of it, because then we don't use it. But I definitely do want to start drinking it like in the morning instead of waking up and having a cup of coffee.
Right.
I want to wake up and have a cup of bone broth.
Cup of
and fat it down too. Like add some butter to it, a little seasonings, almost like a breakfast soup in the morning. Because I, like I said, going back to me being a sugar addict, my first thing when I wake up in the morning is like, if I could have my way, I would get up in the morning and have dessert, and have sugary coffee and sugary teas. But, them days are over. I gotta let that go. And so now I know I gotta get on that savory. Jess, do we take any supplements? We just talked about that.
Yeah, I'm just taking some because I have them, and I mean, I think they're more quality than anything at the store. But I don't remember to take them on a regular basis. But I actually just want to take them to use them up, and I'm not going to buy anymore because I want to see if real food.
That's right.
Is the ticket is just going to be enough, because why spend that, for something that's not really benefiting you, at least in a way that it should,
Yes.
at least in a way that Whole Foods can do. So, yeah.
And I think also another thing, which I know we want to focus on this year, especially and from now on, is being out in the sun. And getting the nutrients that come from being in the sunlight and being connected with nature, getting away from all this electric stuff. I know I feel different when I go outside and walk, especially if we go places that have lots of trees and we take our shoes off and walk in the grass. Like, I feel different.
It's a natural high that you get from being outdoors. Yeah. But I wanted to say about vitamins too, like I know some people who are super duper deficient, like vitamin B, and so maybe you need to initially add that to a Whole Foods diet, just to help bring it up, so you might need to.
Yeah, I know what they say. A good source of B vitamins would be like nutritional yeast. Let's see what else is high in B vitamins. Egg yolks got B vitamins in them. We joked around in our last video where, because I'm not really eating fiber, it just stops me up. Maybe there's a little TMI, but like even today, I feel like I need to go, but when I sit on the toilet, nothing happens. So I'm definitely constipated because of the collard greens that I had earlier in the week.
I feel like it's different for me because I was able to go, after eating a couple bowls of greens. And so, I don't know. I guess it just really depends on your gut.
I think it's our gut health, And again, I would go back to our beginning. You were breastfed and I was bottle fed. So, and you've always seemed to have better digestion than me. I mean, I remember as kids having stomach ache all the time, earaches all the time, urinary tract infections, a lot of those. I couldn't drink soda when I was a kid. I remember one time having some Pepsi at the neighbor's house, and it burned my stomach so bad, like to the point where I was like at home, like I was hurt, So I mean, gut health is everything.
Key.
It really
to
is.
Happiness too.
It is, man. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
I can't remember what my point of telling y'all that was. But anyway.
Talking about B vitamins.
Oh yeah, B vitamins and minerals. Now, first Coffee wants to know, what does a meal
a regular
what does a meal a day look like for you? Now, we do have what I eat in a day videos. If you scroll down in there, if you want to see 80% or higher, we have a playlist that's 80% or higher, and then we have also playlists of just recipes. But honestly, now for me, it's just looking like protein and fat. I mean, today I had a little bit of low sugar vegetables or low fruit today, what I would consider fruit, because I think anything with a seed to me is fruit. So we had some sauteed red bell pepper,
onion and zucchini,
and
yellow squash.
Yellow squash, which is like yellow zucchini. I'm sure they're kin to each other. Sauteed in bacon fat. We just used the drippings from the bacon I baked this morning. Yeah, it's so good.
I'm gonna finish off the last of them vegetables, whatever you want to call it.
Just a little left, but if you can see it, some sauteed vegetables, and that's all kind of bacon fat in there. So let's see. Like if I got up first thing in the morning, like let's say I'm going to work in the morning. Usually, I'll get up and I'll have I'm trying to get off the coffee, but let's say a fat tea. So I'll take tea, which I'm really loving right now. We've got this chocolate mint herbal tea, and it tastes so good. Doesn't need sweetener or anything. So let me show you. I got a little bit of that. Look at these teas. See, like this Private Select. Kroger, send me a check. But Private Select herbal tea. It tastes really good. Mint is very soothing to me, I have to say.
It is.
Calming. But take a cup of that, and maybe I'll add a tablespoon or two of heavy cream. Let's see, a tablespoon of coconut oil. I really like the way coconut oil makes me feel. coconut oil and caffeine, man, that's rocket fuel. Because I know when I get to work, I'll be killing when I have coconut oil. And I think it's because, like they say, our liver is able to process it quickly. What is it, a medium chain fat? And our body can really make ketones, make energy out of it quickly. And of course, with that caffeine, which we know is a stimulant, it really makes me feel good. So I'll have a fat tea in the morning. Sometimes I'll have breakfast. Honestly, that depends on if I got my ass up in time. I have time to cook something.
Yeah.
But let's say this morning I got up and I have time to cook. So I might make me, let's say, 3 scrambled eggs. And I love butter, so I'll scramble those 3 eggs in 3 tablespoons of fat. And I'm telling you, I glaze my eggs and I baste it in butter. And I like when the butter gets brown too. It gets that nutty flavor to it.
Man, I can really taste the sweetness in these bell peppers though.
Yeah, that's the thing too. When you get off that sugar, you can taste food.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have those 3 eggs glazed in butter. And like I did the other day, I had a can of sardines with that. And some olive tapenade, which I got from the grocery store. And that was my breakfast. And a lot of salt. I always make sure whenever I have like tap water, I make sure to add salt to it, which we have some Himalayan pink salt.
Yep, in this grinder right here.
Which we have some coarse pink salt that I got from, I think, TJ Maxx. So let's say I have some salt water, and then let's say I have my first meal at 12 o'clock. Or no, my second meal at 12 o'clock. Because I usually have breakfast at like 5 in the morning. So I'll have my next meal at 12, and it might be like lately I discovered these smoked pork chops over at Walmart sells them, and they're nitrate free, organic, and they're a good price. So I might have one of those, which is usually about 3 ounces of pork chop, and I'll have that with, oh man, they make these little small sticks of butter. Let me show you.
For a little 2 ounce. Wait.
Yeah.
2 or 4 ounce?
They're 4 tablespoons.
4 tablespoons.
So I'll have that pork chop, and I will eat this whole thing of butter.
That's half a stick of butter.
I'll eat it. Okay, and I actually have a video too. You can go back and watch where I eat my pork chop and my butter. The decadence of it is what turns me on. I like, when people freak out, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? But they can't fight me though, because they see me getting healthier. At least the people around me. That's why people don't say nothing to me. And they usually want to get on the team after. And that's the thing too, guys. I'll add in there is you don't have to force yourself or show and prove.
That's right.
Is what you can do. Okay, just show them. So, okay, that's my second meal. Let's say later on in that day, I come home and I want to have some dinner. Michelle and I want to have some mukbang. So we might have like pork belly, which we have, and I'm going to show you. So pork belly.
Show the people. Show me the fat.
Yay. Which this is our favorite. We consider ourselves the official pork belly ambassadors. Okay.
Let's just show them.
So I baked these off. I got a slab of pork belly from the butcher,
slab,
and I just cut it up into strips, and then I just baked it in the oven at 400 degrees for about an hour. And it comes out golden and crispy and delicious.
It looks like you put a breading on them.
I know that's seasoning, baby. That's garlic and salt and pepper. And just deliciousness.
And then you can slice it even thinner, like
which
bacon.
Is what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna refry it and get it re-crisp.
Crispy.
And that's what I like.
Because texture, we like texture.
So I'd have probably 1 or 2 of these if I wanted, but probably just 1. Ain't that good? 1 of these. And if I wanted, maybe a sauteed vegetable. I love cabbage. But when I eat vegetables like that, it's for the pleasure of it, not necessarily the nutrition. I feel like I'm getting my nutrition from meat. From animal sources. I baked it. I baked these pork belly in the oven. I just seasoned it up. Well, actually, I cut it into strips, and then I just season it down. And I have these plastic gloves, and I squeeze that in there, the flavor in that thing, and then I just put it on a rack, and I baked it in the oven at 400 for 45 minutes to an hour. Usually an hour, because I'll be forgetting about stuff. So, but that gets even more crisp. Yeah, and then you can take the fat that renders off of it and use that for other things. Like what I would do is use it to fry up some cabbage. because I love cabbage
Yeah.
or whatever vegetable I'm having. Vegetables are really a great source of getting the fat in.
Yes, they're
for
a
you.
vehicle for fat.
Vehicle for fat. Uh-oh. Battery getting low.
Yes. So keep your pork fat.
Okay.
Please keep your pork fat.
Yeah, pork fat, or even if you fry up, say, some real fatty ribeyes, use that fat to fry up your veg. Oh man, I love mushrooms fried in beef fat. That's like my favorite.
Because mushrooms are meaty. They got a meatiness to them. So and then you add that beef fat.
Yes, and they just soak up the flavor that you put on them. So I definitely love mushrooms.
Yeah.
I heard too it's good to put your mushrooms outside for a little while. It kind of wakes them back up. So that's something that I want to practice or start doing before I fry up my mushrooms too. In my fantasy, we'd have a nice little herb garden and some things going on in the backyard, but I don't know. They don't want to do that or not. We got enough to do, and plus it's hard keeping. I just envision like I have some planter boxes I could put up in the front yard, but I just feel like all I'm gonna do is create a bed for the neighbor's cat. It's just
and food for the bugs.
And it'll
birds.
be an attractive nuisance. So, and then we have deer. We live in Georgia, so it's all kinds of things
everywhere. We love you, deer, though.
We do. I know. One day I thought somebody was walking in between the houses, and so I was scared. Like, what the heck? But then I looked and it was a deer.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that would be a meal. So I'd have these fried eggs and butter and breakfast, maybe a little bacon if you want it. I know. Let's see, what's another meal that we really love? Like egg roll in a bowl. If you like some Asian food, I'd take some ground beef or ground pork, which I love ground pork.
Some people like ground turkey too.
But turkey, of course, is leaner.
It's much leaner.
But then again, the leaner the meat is, the more fat you can add to it.
That's true.
So if you're a fan like us of butter and these different oils, and that's a route to go too. Especially if you're like us right now, we're really trying to keep track of our protein intake. So that's a great way to do it. I mean, if you still wanted to eat your chicken breast, I would definitely advise putting your butter,
marinate it before you cook it. Marinate in some oils and spices and maybe a little vinegar of some kind,
or fry it. Make you some chicken strips and fry them in coconut oil or lard.
Brining chicken is really awesome.
Oh,
and then you really get it's so moist once it soaks up that brine, that salty water. Oh, so yummy.
Yeah, you gotta get down with them mushrooms now. So how long have we been on keto? Gosh. Here's the thing. Last year we started, I guess it's been about 2.5 years, almost 3. Okay. Which when I started keto, I was coming off of a plant-based diet, vegan. I hate to say vegan because to me, when you call yourself a vegan, you are like an animal rights person. And when I went vegan, okay, I didn't give a damn about the animals. Okay, I just wanted to lose weight. Because at the time I was sick, my body was breaking, and I had to do something now. Fear is what got my big ass up to start really working on my health, because I've been overweight. My heaviest was 315 pounds. I'm currently in the 190s. Okay, but this has been years of a journey going on. So I guess it's been about 3 years that we've been practicing low carb living. But last year we did really the year before, both years. Okay, we did a whole lot of fasting. And then I kind of got off track with my keto diet. I started allowing a lot more processed food in and sugar and just not staying track. So now we're back at really focusing on just eating healthy and feeling great. And we're still going to fast though, because I definitely love fasting. I think it's a great healing tool. But it's just not going to be like the center of our health.
Right.
And I really think, we're going to take in health as a whole now, and not just relying on one thing, to get us there. So, but it's been about 3 years. Let's see, when I started, I was around 230 pounds, 240. And then I was able to drop down into the 190s. And I basically hovered here. Now, of course, when we were fasting, which you can go back and watch those vlogs, we have a flat fasting playlist. And we was dropping that way. Our first fast was 7 days.
Yes.
Okay, I watched The Snake Diet. I don't know if you guys know Cole Robinson, but check out his channel. I stumbled upon YouTube, had suggested him to me, and I watched it, and that thing was so funny. He cussed me out so good that we didn't eat for 7 days, and I dropped 19 pounds. It basically dropped my plateau in that week, yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, we started practicing fasting, and I was able to get down to, I think my lowest was 156 pounds.
Yeah, I basically went from 160 to 135 pounds.
Yeah, it was pouring off.
Yeah.
It was easy, but it was hard.
Yeah, because you really, 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 really got to be focused.
Yes.
I mean, it's like nonstop thinking about it, like not eating. What?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I'm glad that we did it. It taught me a lot about myself, not just my physical health, but my mental health too. And it really brought my sugar addiction to the surface. It brought how much I use food for emotional help, for comfort. It really taught me that I have to get control of that, and I have to learn to really deal with what's going on, stress and myself and my emotions, and I can't bury it under food and sugar, even though that's what I was taught, okay, and that's what I've always done. But I understand that I have to learn a new way. It's time to just grow up and take accountability for what I'm doing, and I know my conscious mind knows that a gummy worm isn't going to fix my problem.
Right,
so I just have to be conscious of what I'm doing. So but I mean, I'm like I said, I'm grateful for it, and I'm glad that we did it. And even just being able to get myself to 150, which I've never in my life.
You didn't believe at all.
I didn't believe.
You did not believe that you would ever even see like 170. You thought that was like a big deal.
When I started my weight loss journey, my for real weight loss journey in 2015, because I've been trying to lose weight since I was like 14. Okay, that's when I first started dieting for real. But I wouldn't even allow myself to even think of getting under like 100, where I am now, 190. Like my focus was, because I had this doctor tell me that I need to get under and stay under 200 pounds. So I just had it in my mind, just get 199, just get to 199, just get there, just get there, just get there, just get there, just get there. But doing all that fasting and getting down to 150 pounds in that range really showed me that I can do it. And I know I'll get back there. Well, hell, I don't even know if I even want to get that small, really, but I want to get to a place where I just feel great, and of course, like at this point, I'm really like skinny fat, and I want to grow some muscle, but I know that's going to take time, and we're just going to work on that too.
Yeah.
But one step at a time. Michelle and I are just kind of getting back on track as far as just getting our diet on point,
not being sugar crackhead.
That's right, staying in control. Getting back to saying no. I think a little piece of that too was feeling like, well, shit, I just fast. I just fast. It's the fasting is covering it. But no, it don't work that way. And I would even argue though, because there's some folk out there that are saying you can eat anything you want, and that's cool. But again, you have to go by yourself and your personal health. And I know for me, certain foods get my body, my hormones off whack. And I'm a sick person. Like I was sick. So like me and Michelle, our health is on different levels. She might can tolerate something more than I can, and so you can't always go by what someone says.
Right.
And I would even argue too, the leaner, the smaller you are, the more on point your diet needs to be. The more nutritious and healthy. Because I mean, someone who's, let's say, 400 or 500 pounds could probably get away with refeeding on McDonald's. But I'm going to see you do that when you get to 150 pounds. Yeah. How that affects you if you're able to keep that weight up. I don't think so.
And
it's also
ultimately,
your mind too.
I just don't believe that your liver is going to do the best on those kind of foods. Your organs. Foods. I'm really, really concentrating on how do I want my organs to feel. I want, like, honestly, I want my insides to be so stellar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just
it radiates
love, like seriously. So I really believe, it's you can't eat whatever you want, really. You can't, because even if you don't really get fat, you're probably sick on the inside. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Your organs are suffering for it.
I mean, I just think about how many slim, especially men, slim young men I know that faces are covered in acne.
Yes.
I mean, that red, painful acne.
And skinny don't mean a thing, because there's a lot of skinny people dropping dead.
Tofi. thin outside, fat inside. That's the medical term, tofu. So I even saw this documentary once where they took these children. They had three brothers, and one of them was, big, and the next one was like regular size, and the
I
boy,
saw that.
but the slim one had just as much fat as the obese one. His body just
crazy.
wasn't expanding, but his organs were covered in fat.
Ain't that
he was
something?
tofu, fat on the inside and thin on the outside. Or thin on the outside, fat on the inside. So
looks can be deceiving.
They sure can be deceiving. They can. So, but we just gotta face that reality.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just just try some things, learn something new. It won't hurt.
And it's okay to try something for a little while and realize that it doesn't work for you.
Well,
and then you try something else.
like with 2019. I think in the end we probably just didn't use fasting right.
No, we didn't.
And
we abused it.
We just wanted to lose weight, and we weren't really thinking about, because I'm thinking like, well, dang, here I am fasting on an already malnourished body. You know what I'm saying? And then and I'm still an addict, a sugar addict. So all those combined together just created such a tumultuous lifestyle, just up and down and eating this, and then it's just an emotionalness of it all. I'm stressing out about it, so hell, let me eat this cookie. You know what I'm saying? So
and there are times when I just feel straight up angry, like, why can't I just do this? Why can't I be normal? Why? There was one day we were fasting, and I think we were dry fasting that day, and I went to Sam's Club to buy like water and stuff, and I was so angry at the fact that I'm not even drinking water, and I still can't even keep this weight off, and I was just so in anger, fuming when I was there, and that's not my personality, that's not me, like I love to love, and,
damn.
So I had to back up off of that, and I know for myself, too much fasting makes me depressed. I have nightmares, I have irrational thoughts. Like, I won't even share with you some of the thoughts that I had because I didn't want to scare anybody. But, so it can be a great thing and it can be a bad thing. It's like everything we know. Too much of something is not good. So, finding that balance. Okay, so Coffee First wants to know, do we have cheat meals? That's my problem, and I feel like poop. We have, and that's why we were struggling.
Hello? All 2019 was like cheat.
Like we talked about, like I know for myself that like I'm at a place now and have always been where I can't have a little bit. I don't know what that is. Like, we grew up in a household when we would open a package of something, you eat that entire package. We were allowed to eat as much as we want. We weren't taught.
Oh my God! On the weekends, we go to the dollar store and all kind of candy, cookies, whatever you want.
Yes.
And we would finish
cart full. Okay, a cart full. I'm not even playing with you. One day we'll make a video where we'll go to the store and we'll reenact what we used to do. Okay, like I remember going with my best friend this past January, and we went and got candy, and she was like, "Oh my God, Joy!" Like, she was shocked at what I was getting. And I said, "Girl, what?" but that's normal to me. But to another person, it's strange. Why are you eating 7 candy bars? Because I could eat 7 candy bars and want more. Like, I could eat an entire birthday cake myself. And we've been allowed to eat cake. Like, we used to have cake batter. Like, sit and eat it.
Just get a box
on a Tuesday, cake, just because.
And mix it up and eat batter.
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I just want to slap the spoon out my hand back in the day. I'm going to my younger self, think, stop it.
Stop. But see, we didn't know. And again, it's not my mom's fault because she didn't know either.
She didn't know.
She didn't know.
And she didn't want to know either.
She didn't want to know. So that's the background we're coming from. So like at this point now, we can't have, like a cheat meal to me would be having some nuts.
Yeah, or some fruit. Like sweet fruit.
Yes.
Banana or
like
apple.
Plantain. I love plantain. Like plantain. Yeah, or some honey. That would be a cheat. But I have to stay on whole foods.
Yeah.
Gotta be whole food.
I'm not even messing with like the so-called natural sugars and natural sweetness. It's a gateway drug right now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got to keep it as savory as possible.
Yeah.
As fatty
But that's
as
not
possible.
to say that I'll never have
Oh, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like, we got multiple trips planned for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Costa
how-
Rica.
We're going to Costa Rica in March,
The
y'all.
end
Which
of
we're going to make a
March.
video about that, and y'all can come with us and all
Yeah,
that.
you
But,
can book your trip.
sure enough,
Yeah.
she got you, baby.
That's right.
Travel agent. All kind of goodness right
Yeah.
here. But,
Yeah, so and I do intend on, having some fruit. Like I'm not tripping off of like, waffles and pancakes and I still want to keep it keto and it's as rich and fatty and as possible. But if there's a beautiful display of a fruit tray or something, I want to be able to have a little fruit,
Right.
Have a little champagne.
Oh, I'm gonna sure enough have some cocktails.
You know what I'm saying?
When I go on
Exactly.
vacation.
You know what I'm saying? Or if there's like this amazing dessert that I've never heard or seen,
Right.
I gotta have a taste.
Some of the local cuisine, I definitely
Yes.
want to indulge. Even I think about if they have rice and beans. Now, I'm probably not gonna sit and have a whole plate of it,
No.
but a bite or two, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
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 And my hope is that by then, when we get there, this mind
Like
will have
honestly,
been trained enough to be able to say no. Maybe we'll get there.
I don't
and we
even
won't
want it.
it. Yeah. So
That's right.
that's the hope.
that's
But,
the hope.
But that's what I'm going to do as far as cheat meals, because when I touch sugar, and I have that mentality, unfortunately, of like, well, I messed up now, so I might as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me,
Start going
I
in.
am a secret eater. I'm somebody who will, it ain't no thing to go to the store, eat that box of cookies before I even get home and throw it in the trash and nobody know. Like that's the person that I am. So I can't have it. And I don't want it. So I gotta leave it alone. I just have to say no. And like I said earlier, you better sit in it. When it's no, it's no.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be better for it.
That's right.
So just,
That's right.
And damn it, I got this banging ass bathing suit. I want to get in it.
Look.
And I want to feel extra sexy. I'm young. I'm single. Show enough ready to mingle. And, and I want to feel sexy in my mind and all over my body. And part of that comes from being healthy, being strong. So, and I want it, and I'm willing to work for it.
Yeah, I mean, great things do take effort. It takes changing and doing the hard thing. You got to do the hard thing.
Yes, it's on the first day I was getting back on keto again, and here it is the fourth, and finally I started over again. That's okay, because you know what? That's what it's about. Fall down, get up, get up.
Just don't quit.
Yes. Oh, and I'm craving damn carbs. I know it's the devil, Lucifer, beautiful, but
man,
bad.
like it's okay. I'm a
crazy.
baker, y'all, and I'm around it every day, Monday through Friday. I got a white sugar, white flour. I'm making chocolate chip cookies. I'm making hot fudge and caramel. It surrounds me.
Yes.
Yes.
We have videos where you can see her in her lab at work.
Yeah.
300 cookies.
I have to do this for a living.
Yes, that's what she does.
You
Michelle smells like cookies sometimes when she comes home. She's a superhero in my eyes, because they would have been fired me. Okay, for inventory being off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go inside when I go to her job. I don't, because I'm not strong enough to say no, and they're pushing it on us. Oh, let me make you a sundae. Let me make you some cookies. And I want to be like, no, but then the next thing I know, I'm laid up. So I don't. And you said that, so you don't have to have junk food in your household like I do. My kids eat carbs, and my wife, and they're going to eat crap. Listen, I just bought this morning, for my mom. I just bought her 3 boxes of Good and Plenty.
Candy.
I bought her a bag of hazelnut M&Ms, which when I opened them, I put 2 of them in my hand, and I smelled them, and I almost put them in my mouth, but I told myself, no.
Yes.
You can't do it. I had to cuss myself out. No, damn it.
Yes.
So I put it back in the bag, and I gave them to her. Because I was stressing out. Listen, my mom is a my mom is a diabetic patient. She's in kidney failure, and she's non-compliant. She didn't do her treatment today. We argued for an hour. Okay. Like, I was screaming and fighting for her life, but she didn't want it. So I finally had to let it go, and I wanted to give myself that pleasure, but again, I have to be strong, and it's no. It's no. We got junk food in this house. We got kids over here.
Yeah.
But I'm just at that point now where I can't do this anymore.
Enough
and
is
honestly,
enough.
I can't. I go through so much withdrawal, like depression and anger in my brain. Like one day I was fasting that day, and I had eaten a whole ton of sugar the day before. And all day I was in anger. And then on that day, they had the Christmas dinner at work too. And so I sat in my little hiding place and I fumed because I felt like I don't want to live a life of no. I'm a very social creature. I want to be with my friends, with my coworkers, you know. But then I had to realize that my brain is telling me a story that's not true. That I'm not going to live a life of no. I'm going to live a life of yes. I'm going to live a longer, stronger life. And it's okay that and it's raggedy ass food anyway, so why are you tripping? You know, like I had to get myself in check, and I just had to sit in it, and it's okay, you know. Because the thing is, even not being with my coworkers, you can talk to them after the dinner, and I did. I went around and, you know, talked to people and, you know, hugged and high-fived people because I had to get my brain right. So, yeah, but it can be overcome, and, you know, hopefully when they see you sticking to it and feeling better and showing improving, you know, that your health is important to you, they'll come along with you. You know, hopefully, because I didn't have people start rumors about me and then years later come back to me, confess that they were the one that started the rumor and apologize to me, because now they respect me because it's been years. I've kept over 100 pounds off my body for like 4 years now. You know, I'm in the top 100%, 99% or something of people who lose weight. So, you know, they might fight you now, but they will respect you. Trust me, they will.
Absolutely. They have like no choice but to, because you stuck to your word.
Yeah. You see, but that's the thing, baby. You got to stop telling yourself that you can't.
Man, get that out your vocabulary
you
right
gotta start
now.
telling yourself you can. You're stronger. You're worth it. You know, all that frou-frou stuff is like for real. Like
you
know,
have
those
to change the vocabulary
too.
going on in your head. You have to,
because you're listening.
Because honest to God, like I've been listening to this one lady, and she's like, "Look, your brain is going to go with whatever it is you believe. So if you believe you can't, okay, then that's what your brain believes. Yes. But if you say yes, I love working out. I love eating healthy. I love getting up at 6 a.m. and work. You know, you have to keep doing that, and then eventually, yeah, your body will be like, your brain will say, okay, yeah, we love this.
Yeah.
You know,
and I have to tell myself that sometimes when I go to work, because I work in a warehouse and distribution center. I'm in the packing department, so I just pick up boxes all day. Okay. And there are times when I just feel like I hate this job. I don't want to do this. And then I have a bad day all day and I'm grumpy and the day's long. But when I go in and I'm grateful and I say, you know what, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to, you know, love my coworkers. It's going to be great. I'm going to even use these boxes to help me get stronger. And you know, come of it from a different attitude. I swear I have a good day. And before I know it, it's 4 o'clock and I'm going home. And, you know, because I told myself, it's going to be a good day today.
You got to tell yourself what it is.
There are days when I do what I call like smile therapy. Like if I'm feeling blue, like especially if my mom's, because she's one of my biggest triggers. And I just tell myself to smile. And it's amazing how people will smile back at you. And then it's like I feel it coming over me, that dopamine.
It's very, very, it's very natural.
Okay, it's gonna be okay, and then before I know it, the sun is out, and it's okay now. You know, another thing too is I know for myself when I do cardio, I like doing steady state cardio, and I find that, you know, if I'm battery about to die.
You need to plug it in.
Well, we're gonna have to wrap it up soon. But my battery's low on my phone. But
battery's low.
Real quick, I was saying that, you know, I know when I get on that treadmill and I'm able to work it out and it release that energy, the forgiveness comes over me, the forgiveness of myself, and then once I give myself forgiveness, I can give it to others because I realize that I'm just a person and I don't know and they don't know either. So whatever is stressing me or worrying me, you know, and so that might be another thing too. Getting your workout or exercise regime together, whatever you like, and doing that. Yeah. You know,
if you got to start, like, I mean, if you're somebody who's never ever even exercised, I mean, just starting out with just doing a couple stretches in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself 5 minutes to stretch, and because it helps me every time. I'm like, just because I feel like an old lady sometimes when I get up in the morning. I feel stiff and I'm tired because I haven't slept that well. So start there and just build. Like I keep telling myself, look, it's the little things, you know, just keep doing those little things, and then you'll feel like you can do more. And I felt that too, where I've been consistent at least a whole week, exercising every day. My endurance builds, and I just want to do more. And it's weird. It's like, what? I want to go walk some, you know, and it happens. It does happen, but you got to give yourself a chance. You gotta give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Please.
And I just be feeling sexy and proud. Like when I know I'm working out consistently, it's like you can't tell me nothing.
Nope.
Like I just feel good, and everybody around me says it because I know one day I guess I was just grooving in the morning meeting, and then my cover was like, "You just are dancing and happy," and I didn't even realize I was doing it. Because I just felt so good. And yeah, because that morning I had got up and I did this workout that I like. There's a channel we love called Highway Fit.
Yeah.
And so I did that. It's a 10-minute workout, and it's a lot of stretching and just breathing, and it's just like that breath, it just made me feel good. And I think because I was proud of myself for doing what I said I was going to do, getting up and doing that workout.
I think
and
that's
eating a good meal, and just, you know, like I'm doing this thing, like, you know, I'm superwoman, like, you know, I got this.
I think that's why I went ahead at work yesterday and I cleaned them ovens.
Yeah.
You know, because I felt a sense of pride, and I just felt like I can do it. You know, just do it. You know, and you just having. I think that's really lacking. Being proud of yourself.
Yes.
Being proud of oneself. That is so lacking. If you're proud of yourself, I mean, there's no doubt in your mind that you can accomplish something.
Yes.
You know?
And there's nothing wrong with having pride. Yeah. Like a lot of times we're labeled as conceited or
self-absorbed.
Yes. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it as love. You know, and there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, being proud of you.
It ain't.
You know, shining. You know, and
I firmly believe if you don't love yourself, you just don't have the love to give to others, to your family. You don't have the patience. You don't have, you know, the mindfulness. You know, when I'm more in love with myself, man, I'm loving more of my children. And I feel honored to be their mother, you know, and I feel honored to, you know, be somebody's friend, or, you know, I feel like I can stop and listen to them instead of being so, you know, in my mind about stuff. You know, I care more. Yeah. I care more. To hear it, yeah. Oh man, I want to leave you with this, but a little braggadocious. But one morning I came into work, and when my supervisor stopped me, he was like, "You know, Joy, I can always tell when you're here." And I was like, "Why? Good production down?" And he said, "No, everyone's happier." Oh, he shot me with love. I was like, "Come here, you." I gave him a hug, and it just felt good to know that my presence means something. Yeah, that I spread love and happiness, and that's what I bring to the table. And I just stood up taller that day, and I just it just made me you know, because for someone that you affect people, that I affect the building in a good 600 way. People, I affect them. He said, "I can tell when you come to work because everyone is happier." And you know, I gotta say, I'm a hugger, I'm a high fiver. You know, and it truly is selfishness because I love love. I love love. So I mean, I want it from you. I don't want to see you sad and happy. I want you to, you know, I'm Pepe Le Pew. I want that love. So I'm just a love junkie. I'm a junkie in every way. It's so beautiful. That dopamine hit. My brain is so addicted to it that I'm gonna get it however I can. Well, we love to be seen. We love to be seen and recognized. You know, all of us in some kind of way. You want to feel like your existence here matters, and it's you know, it's you're wanted. Yeah. You know, so I love that. That's wonderful. Oh yeah. Oh, you go, girl. You know, I'm trying. But like I told someone yesterday, I'm rich in love. I'm rich in friendship. Like I don't desire money. I mean, of course we have to make it to live, but that does not motivate me. Like I said in the beginning of this, I think our purpose is to love with this channel and you know, to be about that. So, and then again, like I said earlier, it is
selfishness. The more I give to you, the more it gives to me, and it's just an awesome thing. So
yeah, and we need this channel too to just keep us
Keep us in
accountable.
line.
Honestly, seriously, like, and I want to achieve it. I want to achieve the goals I have in mind, and I want you to know you can do it too. You know, and if you watch me and you watch us and get inspired, man, that feels good. It feels good to my soul.
We need you. I need you. Like we said earlier, we need each other. No such thing as truly independence. You can't survive on your own. So, yeah.
Well,
our phone's about to die. Yes.
Okay.
We gotta figure out a name for our folks now.
For a Sun Kiss Gang.
Yeah, we're thinking either Sun Kiss Gang or Sun Squad or something cute. My low carb cuties. We gotta figure out something, a brand name. So if you guys want to do us a favor and shoot us some ideas, we definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so. Well, we hope you have an awesome, wonderful day.
Yeah.
Get out there and play in the sun. And it was raining here earlier, but the sun has come out, so we're definitely going to get outside.
Yeah.
We got the kids dogs for Christmas, so we got to take these dogs for walks.
Yeah.
And just have some fun.
Yeah. Enjoy this life a little.
Yeah.
Okay. See you next time, guys. Thanks for hanging in. Love ya.
Love you.